David and Kim Hudlow did everything together. They were entrepreneurs, business partners, loving parents, and best friends. On February 13th, 2022, the couple received a diagnosis. David had a tumor located where his esophagus met his stomach. Mrs. Hudlow says she wasn't ready for that diagnosis. The couple wed at 16 and 19 due to strict religious upbringings after knowing each other their whole lives.
The one good thing about being married young is that he got to raise all of his children, and they all made it to at least the age of 30, and they had their dad, and he got to experience being a grandfather, and he adored his grandchildren. And I made the decision to sell a roofing company because of David's sickness.
David beat the cancer after extensive chemotherapy, radiation, and a surgery performed at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester.
All of David's post-surgical pathology came back negative. We came back and we had him a Superman party.
The couple, now in their 50s with all their children starting their own families, were looking forward to the best years of their lives. Sadly, testing for cellular DNA revealed the cancer was coming back. Mrs. Hudlow, a hospice nurse with lots of experience dealing with cancer patients, knew this cancer would be more aggressive. They had exhausted their treatment options, even undergoing a clinical trial, before they heard of a new procedure that was yielding positive results in cancer treatments through a blood filtering process. The companies involved were Xthera and Quadrant Management. Xthera produces the blood filtering device, and Quadrant, owned by a Mr. Alan Quasha, was the company that carried out the procedures in a small clinic in the Caribbean island of Antigua.
The reason it was done in Antigua is because Antigua was under the European Union. It was legal to use this off-label for cancer in Europe. It wasn't in the United States. So Antigua was the closest geographical location to go have this therapy. The guy that presented for Quadrant, his name was John Preston. John Preston was an MIT physicist, Harvard graduate. His biography was extremely impressive.
Others with legitimate medical experience were also involved in the venture.
There was Dr. Devin Quasha, who is a Harvard-trained doctor. There was Dr. Rosenberg, who has been successfully treating cancer patients with both standard of care and integrative therapies for many years. He has since changed his mind, obviously. Dr. Joey John, the surgeon that runs the medical clinic in Antigua, Columbia graduate, Columbia surgeon. Dr. Sonia Elick. You know, there are a lot of people on board, and I felt at the time that I had done my due diligence.
Hudlow had done more than her due diligence. In Panama City, Grace Velez, News 13, Panhandle Strong.